You told yourself 5 minutes. That was 40 minutes ago. The video ended. Another one started. You watched it, then another. And somewhere after the 5th, you noticed something strange. You do not feel better. You feel worse. Your eyes are tired. Your chest is slightly hollow, and yet your thumb is still moving. Why can you not stop? The answer is not willpower. It is not laziness. It is not a character flaw. The answer is something far older and far stranger. It is a system inside your brain that was built for a world where stopping too early could get you killed, and it has no idea that the world changed. 200,000 years ago, your ancestors lived in a world of genuine scarcity. Food was not guaranteed. Safety was not guaranteed. Information, real survival critical information, was the most valuable resource a human being could possess. Knowing where the predators were, knowing where the fruit trees were ripening, knowing who in the tribe could be trusted. These were not casual interests. They were the difference between life and death. So your brain developed a system, a powerful, relentless system designed to keep you consuming information for as long as possible. Because in the ancient world, the moment you stopped paying attention was often the moment something dangerous happened. The brain that kept scanning, kept watching, kept gathering, was the brain that survived. And that brain is your brain. Neuroscientist Wolfram Schultz spent decades studying the dopamine system, and what he found changed how scientists understand reward. Dopamine is not actually a pleasure signal. It is an anticipation signal. It fires not when you get the reward, but when you expect the reward might be coming. And it fires most powerfully when the reward is unpredictable. Every time you scroll, you are pulling a slot machine lever. The next post might be funny. It might be interesting. It might be the video you have been subconsciously looking for. Your dopamine system does not know in advance whether the reward is coming. And that uncertainty is not a bug. It is the entire point. Unpredictable rewards produce far more dopamine activity than predictable ones. Your ancient brain, built to hunt for information in a world of scarcity, encounters an endless supply of unpredictable rewards and does exactly what it was designed to do. It keeps going. The content platforms understood this before most people had finished explaining it. The infinite scroll, invented by designer Aza Raskin, removed the natural stopping points that used to exist. Before infinite scroll, you reached the bottom of a page and had to make a conscious decision to load more. That tiny pause was enough for your thinking brain to ask, do I actually want more of this? Infinite scroll eliminated the question entirely. Raskin later said he regrets the invention, estimating it cost humanity roughly 200,000 hours of attention every day. Now here is the part that most people miss. The scroll does not actually satisfy the system it is feeding. This is the key to understanding why you feel worse, not better, after a long session. Neuroscientist Berridge made a distinction that explains this perfectly. He separated wanting from liking. The dopamine system drives wanting. A different system drives liking. They can operate completely independently. You can be in a state of compulsive wanting for hours and feel worse with every passing minute, precisely because the wanting keeps escalating while the liking never arrives. This is what scrolling does to you. It activates wanting continuously without ever delivering liking. Your thumb keeps moving not because you're enjoying the experience, but because the wanting system has been hijacked and cannot find its off switch. And there is one more layer. Your brain evolved in a world where social information was the most important information of all. Who had status? Who was struggling? Who could be trusted? In a small tribe where belonging meant survival, reading the social landscape accurately was not optional. Social media is, at its core, a social information feed, and your brain processes it exactly the way it was built to. Every piece of content about another person carries implicit status signals, and comparison tends to resolve in one direction. Either someone else is doing worse than you, which produces a flicker of pleasure followed by guilt, or someone else is doing better, which produces a slow, corrosive ache. Neither outcome is satisfying, but both are compelling, and compelling keeps the thumb moving. Researcher Twenge found a consistent pattern across large population studies. The more time people spend passively scrolling, the lower their self-reported well-being. Not dramatically in any single session, but accumulated across thousands of sessions, the effect is measurable and real. So here is where you are. a seeking system built for scarcity, running in surplus, a social comparison system built for a tribe of 150, running in a feed of billions, a dopamine mechanism that produces wanting without liking, cycling continuously without rest, and a platform specifically engineered to prevent the natural stopping points that would allow any of these systems to reset. This is not a personal failure. This is a mismatch. The research suggests the most effective solution is not willpower, it is friction. Aza Raskin built Infinite Scroll to remove friction. The fix is to deliberately put it back. Move the apps off your home screen. Set a specific time to scroll and a specific time when the phone goes to another room. These work not because they strengthen your willpower, but because they return the moment of decision the platform removed. And perhaps the most counterintuitive finding of all, boredom helps. Real boredom. Every time you eliminate it by reaching for the phone, you deprive your brain of something it genuinely needs. The discomfort of boredom is not a signal that something is wrong. It's your ancient brain trying to rest, and you keep interrupting it. You told yourself 5 minutes. That was 40 minutes ago. Now you know why. Not because you're weak, but because the most sophisticated attention capture systems ever built were deliberately aimed at the most ancient seeking mechanism in the human brain. You were not supposed to be able to stop easily. Nobody is. The only difference now is that you know what's pulling the lever.